In your house? First time in India. Launching Rentokil PCI's Gold Seal service. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. From the ground, it may be difficult to tell what type of plane is flying in the air. But up close, the characteristics are far more apparent. The B-52 Stratofortress is a long-range heavy bomber aircraft designed to perform versatile missions. It was created to carry large quantities of weapons and is now considered to be an important part of the United States Strategic Bomber Force.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Right person, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Recently,
Hello, Mr. Governor.
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is Gopanna, sir.
Good evening, Karapsame.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for coming.
Thank you for giving the lecture today.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Good evening to all. Good evening, sir.
Sir.
Good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir.
So, shall we start the program, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with the permission of our today's chair, I'd like to start this program. So, good evening to all once again.
Good
On
evening.
behalf of the Institution of Engineers, Tiruchirappalli Local Center, we welcome you for this lecture program. I kindly request our past chairman, Dr. S. Karpaswamy sir, Tamil Nadu State Committee member, to chair this program, and I also request Dr. S. Karpaswamy sir to welcome the gathering.
Yes, Mr. Kevin.
Sir, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah, you are audible, sir.
Yes. Good evening to all. Today, I am very happy to associate with this today's program and also welcome the gathering of this today's evening program. Today's program is organized by IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center in association with the sister institution which are functioning in our Tiruchirappalli Bell Complex, Indian Welding Society, Indian Institute of Metals, Indian Institute of Welding, and Indian Institute of Industrial Engineers, Kumari Arivial Peravai, ISND. On behalf of all the professional institutions, I extend a warm and special welcome to the today's speaker, Dr. Guruva Govanda,
Thank you, sir.
Manager, Safety Engineering, Safety Department, BHL, who is going to deliver the lecture on the workplace safety and ergonomics. It is a very useful topic and a current topic. I extend a very special welcome to Dr. Govanda for having agreed our invitation and going to deliver a talk today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you much, sir.
I again extend a very warm welcome to all the office bearers and members of all the sister institutions, professional institutions. I extend welcome to all the participants who have assembled here for today's lecture program. Thank you for the given opportunity. I welcome each every one of you once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I thank our past chairman and Tamil Nadu State Committee member, Dr. S. Karpaswamy sir, for accepting to preside over this function and also for welcoming the gathering. Now I request our committee member, Dr. S. Titus, to introduce our speaker, Dr. S. Kuru Gopanda, Manager, BHL.
Thank you, sir. Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Very good evening to one and all gathered here in this forum. I am very happy to introduce today's chief guest of today's webinar on workplace safety and ergonomics. I am very happy and proud to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Guruva Gopana, who is a manager of safety department from Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, Tiruchirappalli. So, first of all, I would like to welcome our chief guest and all the participants for today's forum on this seminar. So, sir, Dr. Guru Gopana sir is working as a manager in BHL in Trichy. His work experience, he has joined as a trainee in the year 2008 and presently he is working as a manager in a safety management department. In BHL Trichy, sir is working more than 14 years in safety management from 2008 onwards to till date. He is a qualified and approved safety officer at BHL Trichy. Dr. Guru Gopana sir has completed his diploma and he has completed his BTech in Mechanical Engineering from Sri Venkateswara University, and also he has completed his MTech in Industrial Safety Engineering from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli, and he has also completed his doctorate PhD during the year 2017 from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli, on the topic Occupational Health and Ergonomics in Forklift Operations. So sir has got a very good experience and research experience in this area. He is also undergone professional training. He is trained as a lead auditor for OHSS and ISO 9001. And sir is having a core competency in the industrial safety from the under safety management and safety audits, and also developing and implementing safety operating procedures, and also he has a core competency in design and development of special personnel protective equipment for specific applications, and also preparation of occupational safety manual handbook on various safety topics. And he has also conducted many hazard identification and risk assessment, job safety analysis and quality analysis. And he has also organized and handled many safety training programs as an in-house training at BHL campus. And also he has done many ergonomic study, and he is also a lead auditor, and he has conducted many audits as per the ISO 9001 standards. So sir has got a vast experience in the field of this management, safety management. So we have a very good speaker and also a very good topic today. So I am very happy to introduce the today's chief guest as a speaker for this today's forum for this IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center. So on behalf of IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center, I once again welcome the today's speaker and happy to introduce, and also I thank the committee members, all the senior members, first chairman, Tamil Nadu State Committee member Karpusamy sir, and all the dignitaries of this forum, and also I would like to thank our chairman and also the Honorable Secretary Dr. Praveen Kumar sir and all the committee members. Thank you sir, thank you once again, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for introducing our today's speaker. Now, I hand over the forum to Dr. S. Kurugopana sir for delivering the lecture program. Over to Kurugopana sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your lengthy introduction, sir. Now I'll start my presentation, sir.
Yes sir, thank you sir.
Sir, is it slide is visible, sir?
Visible, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, good evening to one and all, sir. Once again, my topic is workplace safety and workplace ergonomics, sir. First, these are the following contents I am going to cover this 1 hour session, sir. First, basics of workplace safety and the safety and movement in India, and what are the types of hazards available in the workplace, and what are the basics of ergonomics, workplace ergonomics. Then, what are the principles we have to follow during our ergonomic operations, sir. Then, this slide I am showing the general organizing structure to ensure the safety of the employee working in that organization. This is a reference from the Tamil Nadu Factories Rules and Factories Act 1948, sir. In this structure, first thing, who is the responsibility for the safety of the employee? First thing. So I himself, everyone will tell everyone is the responsibility for safety of the employee. But mainly that employee itself, that individual itself is the responsibility for his own safety. That is my conclusion. Why means anything, if a person, for example, in our house, a father will buy a bike and helmet, he will give and he will ask him to go for college. Then after leaving from house, who is responsibility? That son only having his own responsibility to wear the helmet and follow the traffic regulations. He has to reach the college and he is come back to home safely. So primary responsibility is individual's responsibility to ensure the safety of himself. Then even though like our home, in the organization also, who is having ultimate responsibility is occupier or CEO of that organization. Even though individual is having his own responsibility, but ensuring the safety of the every employee or every individual taken care by occupier. So he is having the ultimate responsibility. So anything happen to that employee means first thing questioned by government official to the occupier only. So one more person is there, manager of the factory or factory manager they will call. This is a senior official for is assisting the occupier to ensure the safety of the everyone. Or everyone means here employees, contract people and visitors who are all coming inside the factory to do the company's activities. They are everyone safety. This occupier and manager of the first responsibility occupier. The occupier will give authority to manager of the factory. Why means occupier he cannot concentrate on the things. So this factory managers will assist the occupier to ensure that safety of the all the employees. Then one more thing will be there. This I am explaining as per Factories Act only reference. Then coming to the safety committee will be there. What that safety committee means? This committee consisting of both management side as well as the employee side, means union side. So that both teams will meet once in 3 months and discuss only related to safety issues in the organizations. So they will take decisions and they will implement the what are the safety things to be ensured inside the organization. That is the organization structure. And one more thing will be there. This side, left side, chief safety officer. This chief safety officer also, he will be parallelly, he will report to the occupier and he will ensure the availability of resources. For example, required personal protective equipment and required working procedure, safe operating procedure, he has to supply to the employees to ensure the safety. And these people are approved by, this should be having the one qualification called NIT, they are called Industrial Safety, MTech Industrial Safety Engineering, or in RLI, they are called Diploma in Industrial Safety Engineering. After their qualification, they get to be approved by Industrial Safety Engineering, Directorate of Industrial Safety and Health. That is the state government officers. After getting approved only, we can work as an approved safety officer. So these are all I am explaining the internal organization structure for ensuring the safety. So who will monitor that one from outside means that is called the state government officials. That department is called Inspector of Factories. Now that department changed as the Directorate of Industrial Safety and Health. That people they will visit the organization once in 6 months. Then they will ensure the or check the whether organization taking care of health and safety of the all the employees. Then they will check. So occupier having a responsibility to ensure that if he violating anything or not ensuring safety means that inspector of factories people they will take the action against the manager of factories and occupier. That is the system followed in Tamil Nadu and most of the organizations, even Andhra, any other states also. This is the main structure they will be following. Sir, is it audible, sir? Hello? Kevin?
Audible.
Okay, thank you. Then that structure I told, sir, as per Factories Act only, this structure I framed. So when this Factories Act is started? First Factories Act is started in 1831 in India, started. Then it is amended in 1911 by including the provisions like cleanliness and avoiding the overcrowding and required ventilation and required lighting. Then again it is amended in 1932 by appointing the Inspector of Factories Department. So to ensure, sir, can you meet other people, sir, please? And 1933, they amended with appointing the Inspector of Factories. So they are the outside government agencies. They will monitor the whether organizations are ensuring the safety of the employees. Then main act it came in 1948 by including the ESI of the employees and as well as the Provident Fund Act. And main provisions involved in the Factories Act means health provisions, what are the health provisions you have to maintain in the factory, and the safety provisions, and the welfare of the employees, and the hours of work of the employees, and to whom you have to employ as an employee. Then what are the leave, how many leaves you have to provide, and what wages, minimum wages to be given to the employees. These are the main provisions. Any organization, they have to follow this Factories Act only. And when they have to follow the Factories Act means, if your persons are working in the company with more than 20 people without power or without machinery, otherwise, if you even 10 employees are working with electric power machinery means, they have to register in the Factories Act and they have to follow this Factories Act only. They cannot avoid to register in the Factories Act, and they have to cannot escape from the following these rules. Then coming to the safety movement in India, first safety movement started in Mumbai with the Cotton Mills Association people in 1922, and the same Cotton Mills Association people only they started one association in 1955 by called as a Council of Industrial Safety. Then to ensuring the one non-profit organization called National Safety Council. This is the non-profit organization. It is started in the 1965 on 4th March. So by taking that as a 4th March as a landmark, every industry they are organizing the 4th March as a National Safety Day. So National Safety Day conducted on the formation of the National Safety Council in 1965 onwards. We are conducting the National Safety Day in all the organizations. Then coming to the safety. So safety means simply we can tell this area is very safe, that area is unsafe. So when we can call that area is safe, hypothetical situation, we can tell that area safe means with that area not having any danger. No danger means that area is called as a safe area. But any area is there like without danger? No area existing in the world or anywhere. Why means even in the house also, even in the bed, sleeping in the bed also, there is a danger of falling off a fan, danger of falling from the bed. So no area is safe. Everywhere there should be, there is a danger, some danger or risk. So you are for living, for surviving, you have to take some acceptable risk and perform the task. Then only you can do. But no area is safe, no location is safe. So what is the safety means? It is the freedom from unacceptable risk, not acceptable risk. Everywhere there is the acceptable risk will be there, you can perform. But freedom from unacceptable risk only we call as a safe area. Then safety is about only managing the risk. You cannot avoid risk, only you have to manage the risk. Then safety is about controlling the accidental loss to the human being or property or both. So safety is about only controlling, not you cannot avoid it. So there is a minor incidents or near misses or property damage, something will be there, but you have to control that one. That is called safety. And the reverse of accident safety is there is an accident. What is that accident means? Undesirable event or unexpected event. It will give rise to the ill health or property damage or even death also. This is called an accident. When these accidents will occur? Accident to occur, it should have two components. Then only accident will occur. First thing, there is a danger or hazard. Then that individual has to go and expose to that hazard. Then only accident will occur. Simple example I shown in the photo. What is the? There is a sharp knife is there with the person, but right hand going and touching with that sharp object only you get the accident. But he is not exposing to that sharp object means there is no accident. So accident itself will not occur. First hazard should be there, and the second thing that person will go and expose to that hazard. Then only accident will occur. Then we can provide the intervention. For example, hazard is there. then you can avoid the exposure to the hazard. How you can avoid that exposure to the hazard? For example, you can use the gloves. And the second thing, for example, simple example I will tell. There is a leakage in near machinery. So that is on a hazard. If you person going and stepping in that high floor only, you get slip and you get the accident. Otherwise, simple intervention. You first thing avoid the leakage. Otherwise, at least you provide the sawdust to avoid the slippery fall. Then you can avoid the accident. That is the thing. Then I'm telling you previously that actions are occur means it required hazard as well as exposure to that hazard is create the accident. So what is a hazard? Hazard means any source, anything, any situation which has a potential to cause to the accident, which lead to the accident. Anything, anything. For example, I will tell a simple thing. The IEI floor, the mission not provided with any guard. Otherwise, there is no limiting switches. And anything which is a thing, any condition in even house also, there is a sharp or knife, so sharp objects, so and slippery floor, oil is stagnating, water is stagnating. All things are the hazards, which are the causes for the accident or need for the accident. And result of accident means human injury or damage to the property or damage to the workplace environment or combination of all of these are the result of the accidents. Then finally, this is the one terminology called risk. I will take risk. You have to take one minimum risk. You have to take maximum risk to complete the task. What is that risk? Risk is the combination of severity of the injury and the probability of accident. Multiplication only risk. For example, I will tell a simple example. If a person is working at a height of 2 meters, is painting the wall. So what is the probability of he fell down from the that stand means only you can take a 2. Then the severity of injury means if fell down means only minor injury will occur, you can have a severity as 1. So multiplying you can get only 2 level of risk. The same person is painting the work at 8 meters height or 10 meter height. So for at that time also probability of falling down only 1, but the severity of falling injury rate means it will go more than 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. So risk level will be high. Why means that 5 into 1 is 5. So risk level is coming from. So that risk level is depending upon the injury level as well as the how likelihood getting the accident. That is called as a risk. Here simple example. The same thing is there. Risk will be there and the hazard will be there. Risk will be there, hazard will be there. What is the hazard means? Line is there in front of person. So if you say thing very high risk, why means anytime it will catch that person. But the same thing you provide one engineering control or intervention by providing cage inside the line inside the cage, then risk level will be very low and the hazard will be same, but risk can be reduced. This is one example for what is the difference between hazard and risk. This I think not required. Then one more scientist what he told me is best solution for avoiding the accidents is staying every day or all day inside the bed, in the bed. But even though he is telling, there is also a chance to fall down from the bed. So in world, nowhere called as a safe area. Everywhere there is a risk is there. There is a possibility of accident or incident will be there. So you have to be take some acceptable risk. We have to do our day-to-day activities. And what are the different types of hazards? These are the 5 main types of hazards. One is the physical hazards. Physical hazards means high noise areas and temperature, extreme temperatures and radiation, which will affect the health and physical body of the persons. It means, I'll take what. Then you can go to environmental hazards. Environmental hazard means that condition, working condition of poor quality air quality, and inadequate ventilation, inadequate illumination, or excess illumination will cause the irritation to the eyes. Then coming to the biological hazards. Biological means insects, pests, which is caused for the injury to the persons or body health problems. Then communicable disease also one of some of the biological hazards. Then chemical hazards consisting of using of the pesticides, so different chemicals, so exposure to the fumes, so chemical fumes, so that also will lead for the ill health of the people. Then finally, our topic, ergonomical hazards. What are the ergonomical hazards means? Your person working repeatedly same work for long duration is called repetitive motions. And the second one, the awkward postures, not maintaining the recommended postures. They are using the awkward posture which lead to the hazards. Then excessive forces. So if a person able to do some force means he is extensively using that force, causing to the disorders or the pain to the person. These are the ergonomic hazards. Then going for the ergonomics. What is the ergonomics? First thing, ergonomics, the word came from Greek word. Ergoni means work. Then nomics means rules and laws. So literary ergonomics is called as the laws of rules. And this ergonomics also called different names: human factors engineering, humans engineering, and biomechanics. Different names they are calling in India. This is the ergonomics. And what is this ergonomics means? In the pictorial I have shown, then the next slide I will show. Ergonomics is simply the study the relationship between the people and their working environment. So employee and his working station. So that study of the relation between the employee and his working station, especially what equipment he is using to perform the task. And also it defines a different way. Designing the job to fit the worker. So design a job, or for example, design a job means workstation or chair and table and any machinery, any display boards which will be designed or fit, designed in such a way that each worker should perform the task without any discomfort. Yes, sir. Sir, can I continue, sir? Kevin, can I continue, Kevin?
Continue.
Okay.
Continue, Mr.
So this is
Bhavana.
the, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So the ergonomics means designing a workstation. It will suit to the person to perform its job with comfortably, with easily. That is called as the ergonomics. Then ideally, what is the good ergonomics means? That person to do the job safer, and person do the job very easily, and perform the job more comfortably without exposing to any stress. That is called ergonomics. And through this one, you can save the money by preventing the any injury to the persons and any spending into the hospitals, anything, you can save the money. Then where you can focus, ergonomics, where it will focus? Mainly it will focus the task what is performing, operator or user. And what are the tools, which are the tools he is using to perform that task. Then what is the working environment or workstation is performing. So we have to take care of all the three things. Then the person or operator will perform the task with easily, comfortably, and safer. That is the things. This is called ergonomics. Mainly, what factors it will influence the employee means two things. One is the environmental factors. Second one is the physical factors. What are the environmental factors means? That physical environment surrounding, how it will influence on his working condition. And physical stresses are how employee body reacts to the working practices. That is called difference between physical stresses and environmental conditions. I will give you example in the next slide. This is the environmental factors. What are the environmental factors means? If person need to do with comfort and good health means that working seat will be smooth instead of a hardness, and instead of a cramped spaces should have a free space. You can perform the task peacefully. Then if a person is exposing the high noise area means you will get the hearing impairment. Otherwise, the working area is very dim lighting is there, or too much glare is there means also it will affect to the vision of the employee. So he cannot perform his task comfortably. You have to take care of these things. Then coming to the physical stresses. What are the physical stresses are? Those that affect the body parts by performing the task. What are the body parts mainly affect are joints, muscles, nerves, bones, blood vessels. All those things will affect do perform the job with the, perform the job by using the physical body parts. But because of these physical stresses, some injuries will come. That injuries are called work-related musculoskeletal disorders. So now onwards I will call as the MSDS. That is the disorders. Disorder means that is the discomfort to the body parts or pain to the body parts. That is the disorders. Musculoskeletal means muscle pain as well as the bone pain. Both combined they will call it the musculoskeletal. And disorders means pain or discomfort that are called a musculoskeletal disorders, so work related. These are the things. Then what are these MSDS? MSDs are soft tissues injured to muscles, tendons, ligaments, blood vessels, all things gradually. This disorders means this pain, this injuries will get very gradually. It will not occur at a time. Slowly, it will take months, years, and weeks like that. It will go. And this MSDS also called as a cumulative trauma disorders. Cumulative means it will take time. Cumulative means occurring gradually over a period of time, within a week, month, or years. And trauma means bodily injury to nerves, tissues, tendons. Then disorder means conditions causing physically ailments or abnormal conditions to the body parts. This is the cumulative trauma disorders. This is also called as the repetitive strain injuries or overuse of body injuries. These are the called. Then what are the common MSDS are? Lower back injury. Mainly people will get most of the people. This is the common injury occurring because of not following the ergonomic rules. And the carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel, no, I will show the video. It easily can understandable. The tennis elbow and the trigger fingers, bursitis. So I will show one video. Sir. It easily. Whether it is audible. Is it audible, sir? Your audio, sir? Hello?
No, it is not audible.
Not audible, sir. 1 minute. Now, sir?
No, it is not audible.
Audio is not
No,
coming.
sir. Okay, 1 minute, sir.
Enable the sound.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir.
Enable the sound.
ಇವತ್ತು ಕಮ್ಮ ಸೇರವಳಯ್ಯ 1 minute, Kevin. I'll go. You can go out. Stop sharing. Then you can start. Okay, you can start. Now is it audible, Kevin?
No audio, sir.
Share audio.
Is it audible now?
No, it is not audible.
No.
In the share option, that share audio. Just to click on that, then only you will get the.
Okay.
Audio is all right.
Activities that require repetitive flexing and extending of tendons in the hands and wrists, especially over long periods, are a common cause of the condition known as carpal tunnel syndrome. The carpal tunnel is a narrow, rigid passageway of
Okay,
ligaments
Mr. Gopalna.
on the side of your wrist. It protects the tendons that bend your fingers and the median nerve, which run from your forearm into your hand. The median nerve provides sensation to your thumb, index and middle fingers, and the inside half of your ring finger. It also provides signals that enable the fingers and thumb to move. Pressure on the nerves can cause numbness, pain, and weakness in the hand and wrist that radiates up the arm. The pressure can result from anything that reduces space for the nerves in the carpal tunnel. For example, the lining of the tunnel may swell if it becomes inflamed, or the tendons may become swollen, and some people have a tunnel that is narrower than normal.
So this one is mainly to occur the operators working in the system, sir. Continuously they are using the fingers and wrist because of that one that will occur. Next to tennis elbow, sir. This is what's the rules? Audio, it is a hearing audio coming, sir?
No audio.
No audio, no.
Oh, that is somewhere problem is there. Audio manipulated. This is mainly injury occurring at a elbow. Continuously you are using elbow, that is called as a tennis elbow. Then trigger fingers. So fingers means here finger continuously you are operating using the fingers so for pressing the keyboard like that. That it will affect the fingers. That is called as the trigger fingers. So all videos are there, but I am not able to get that audio. Then bursitis means continuously you are exposing this elbow to the hard surfaces means you get the swelling or inflammation at the elbow portion. That is called as the bursitis. These are the some of the common MSDS. Then coming to the what are the symptoms of MSDS means mainly coming from discomfort. It will start with the discomfort. Then slowly it will regain to the pain level. Then it will come to the swelling. Then it will lead to the loss of range of motion. You can restrict the movement of the fingers and movement of the knee and movement of the elbow, such type of things. Then coming to the hands or feet, feel like they are asleep. I mean, so it is not able to move or losing the sensation also. Then numbness and tingling, itching coming at the palm, such type of things. Then coming to the burning sensation. And finally, it will come the weakness or clumsiness in the hands, so dropping things without your intention, that things will be dropping from your hand. These are some of the symptoms. So before reaching that level, you have to take care of yourself by doing something. I will tell you, sir, after principles. Then what are the causes for this MSDS maze? Mainly people are adopting the awkward postures. So they are not adopting the good postures. Because of that one, it will creating the this people are exposing to this MSDS or disorders. Then even though persons are adopting the static postures for long durations, it will also lead for the this disorders. And the second thing, highly or continuously doing the repetitive works, repetitive motions by pressing the keyboard and firing and the grinding operation continuously, same type of activity continuously you are doing long duration also. These also lead for the disorders. And the forceful extortions. So you are able to do some this work. You are extracting, you are using your body to do more work continuously. That also cause for this type of disorders. And the mechanical or contact stresses. What is the mechanical contact stresses means? If your soft tissues of your hand contact with the hard surfaces of the edges of the table, so edges of the uh, any workstation, that will get the pressing of the these soft tissues of your hand. That is also called created this disorders. Then vibrations. Vibrations are mainly two types. Hand-arm vibration. Hand-arm vibration, when you person will get means, if you person is using the hand tools like hand drilling machine, such type of things, hand vibration will come, or hand grinding. Then second vibration others are there. What is that one? For example, person is operating the mobile phone, so and this yeah, forklift. So such people, total body of the people are getting vibration. That is called the whole body vibration. So hand arm vibration it will get only affect the hands. So whole body vibration it will affect the entire body of the operator. Then people are exposed to the high, very high and low temperatures. This is also lead for the people getting these disorders. These are some of the causes. What are the awkward postures or static postures? Sir? If a person want to reach the mouse over the keyboard, so he is not having without any support to his hand, he is taking the mouse and using the keyboard mouse without supporting his arms on the table, on the hand arms, like that. And leaning forward to read the papers on the desk, so leaning towards that one, so without maintaining the his back straight. Then typing with the bent posture and deviated wrists. And turning the head to one side to read the monitor. Some of the people they will not see the monitor in the straight. They will go see sit in some other direction. They will see continuously bending his head. You will see the monitors. And most of the things, this is common nowadays. Talking in the phone while driving in the bike, driving the car, and even working in the office room also, they are talking the phone. So these type of things can be avoided. And what are the highly repetitive motions? So mostly this one coming in the laptop or computer work only, using the keyboard and using the mouse continuously. And the 10 key, what is the 10 key means? You are having the numbers 1 to 10, continuously using the 10 numbers for mainly it will work out in the banking works. Then in the shop also firing operation, continuously doing the firing operation repeatedly. So people will get the discomfort to the hands and fingers. What is the high hand force means? Forceful exertions describe the amount of effort extended by the muscle to complete the job. So more efforts you are putting to complete the job will causes for the disorders. Some of the simple thing means even tightly gripping the mouse or a telephone also causes for the disorders, and continuously pressing the keys of the keyboard and grasping the thick file folder in one hand. So continuously you are there, that also lead for the injuries. And lifting heavy manuals with one hand, stamping. Otherwise, one person as per practice also only you have to lift the 30 kgs. If you more than continuously you are using lifting that manually, it is also causes for the external force for the employee body parts. It will cause the disorders. And the mechanical contrast is what previously I explained. You see in the photo, if a person is continuously operating in the keyboard with his hand is continuously pressing in the hard disk. So this will create the pressure on the soft tissues. It will get the stop the flow of the blood, and it will cause the injury to the person. So these are two things. What you can do to prevent all those things means same thing. A hierarchy of the control of hazards. One is the engineering control. Second one is the administrative control. Third one is the work practices control. Then coming to the last sort, you have to use the personal protective equipment. So first weightage you have to give the engineering control. Then you are not able to provide the engineering interventions. You have to go for the administrative interventions. Then work control, and then coming to the personal protective equipment. That is the last sort. What are the engineering approaches? So first thing you have to see that what job they is doing and analyze the job details. Then if requirements you have to take the video tape also. Then evaluate that process what he is adopting during the work by using the economic assessment tools will be there. What is the ruler RIBA? What is the ruler means? Rapid upper limb assessment. That is the upper body parts, elbows and the neck. These body parts will be assessed by using the ruler method. Then RIBA means that is connected to the rapid entire body assessment. Total body parts can be assessed. What are the body parts are mostly exposed to these hazards, and what deviations they are operating, and how much repetition it is there, and how much duration they are exposing to the awkward postures, and what forces are involved to do the work. And the same, this is connected to the body parts. And connected to the muscles, so there is a one method is there that is called electromography. So through this one, no, we can evaluate the how much forces impacted the muscles of the body of the operator. That also you can evaluate. So main thing, what is the solution for this one means, as much as possible, you have to go for the automation. So you can avoid the persons exposing to the awkward postures, all the things you have to go for the automation. Then mechanization. What is the mechanization means? Instead of manual material handling, you can go for the mechanical material handling, mechanical fluence. Instead of everywhere human intervention, avoid it as much as possible. Then redesign the workstation for adjustability, height adjustability and length adjustability. Everything you have to do for better working posture, better working posture of the employee. These are some of the examples I am giving here. Small examples. One, instead of bending and taking the material inside the box, so you can fill the workstation itself. For easily, you can maintain the posture and you can perform your job, and you can take whatever work you can able to perform. Second thing, for keying the lot of things nowadays, these barcodes are came instead of keying or providing the information in the Google form, all those things. Simply you can do the barcoding, you can provide the information, whatever required things. And the third one is providing the hand tools which have a correct grip and a diameter and texture which will correctly hold by the person by hand. That is one of the thing. And a simple thing in the home, we can maintain the sharpness of the knife instead of hardly using our force for cutting of the vegetable, anything. We can maintain the sharpness. That is a simple solution. Then coming to the administrative control. Administrative control means everybody knows. So first you can go to the job rotation. Instead of doing the same work repeatedly for long duration, you can give some other job which can be require some other postures instead of same postures. And the redesign of work methods. So you can see that instead of doing the 8 hours, you can perform that job of 2 hours. So some other job you can do 2 hours like that. You can work method also you can change. Then alternative task, then we have to provide the breaks. Any work, we need the break. Even the system work also, they will tell 20-20 rules. If 20 minutes you are seeing the desk, this monitor means you have to give 20 minutes rest. Like that, we can use perform the job to avoid the person's exposure to these hazards. Then coming to the work practices. So whatever things are there, person has to do follow the rules. Then only all these ergonomical issues, everything you cannot prevent. For that one, you have to provide the systematic procedures for him. What if you do, if you perform one task, what are the procedure you have to follow? You have to give to that employee. Then provide the sufficient training based on the hazard involved, based on the work involved. What like that you have to give the training. And the physical condition of the period, I don't know how much work he can able to do based on the physical fitness. You have to divide his working period also. Then finally, same thing repeatedly. I'm telling postures or angles are main important things. They are the task are performed by sitting or standing. Always maintain proper posture. You are doing a sitting job or a standing job. Always you have to avoid the awkward postures and extreme reaching for materials. So you have to avoid as much as the adopting the awkward postures. These are the main leading causes for the disorders. So this is the common recommended posture angles to be adopted in any work. So head angle should be maintained only 30 degrees. Maximum you can go to 30 degrees only. You cannot go beyond that one. Whenever you are bending your head neck way, that much load you are giving on the body. Then the elbow angle should be maintained in the range from the 70 to 135 degrees. Then hip angle should be maintained 90 to 120 degrees, and the knee angle should be maintained 60 to 90 degrees. This is the angles only I am mentioning. Other height that and all should be maintained by adjustable height chairs. Adjustable like the height also you can adjust, the width also you can adjust accordingly you can do that one. Only this angle should be maintained to avoid the ergonomical hazards. That the last sort, all those things are not worked out means you have to provide the personal protective equipment for the employees. Simple thing, you provide the padding under the foot means you can avoid the exposure to the vibrations. And you can wear the thermal resistance gloves that can help for the person exposing to the hot conditions and cold conditions. And you can provide the knee pads, otherwise the elbow pads and hand wrist pads, everything. And providing the knurling gloves also you can provide. Knurling gloves means it will give a more grip for the job holding time. These are some of the personal protective equipment you can be used. Then this is a simple thing. Finally, I am going for the ergonomic principles. What are the ergonomic principles? You have to follow these 10 principles means you can prevent as much as possible that exposure to that disorders. First thing you have to do, keep everything in the easy reachable area. So table to be or workstation should be arranged in such a way that you have to place all the things at the hand reachable area only. You have to keep and keep frequently used items very near to him and near to you body, and some of the things rarely required you can keep away from the your body, so you have to maintain like that. And some of the things what you can do means instead of photo I shown the second photo, instead of going for that in the extreme force you are using, you tilt your workstation also, you can do perform the same task. And one more thing, keeping everything in easy reach means you have to design the workstation for the considering the smallest person. Then you can whatever things able to reach, you can easily reach without any extreme forces. Then work at proper height. These are the lot of things are there. Always to perform the first thing means you have to match between the worker height as well as the workstation height. That is the main important. And one more thing, always you have to work at the level of elbow level only. You have to work mostly. You have to keep the all workstations at the elbow level only. Then you have to keep all the things within the elbow level. For example, higher, heavier work is there means a bit lower the elbow, and lighter work means a bit higher than the elbow level. You have to maintain, and also you have to consider the visual demands on the lighting also. And one more thing, whenever displaying that display boards or monitors, it should be having the head angle should be maintained within the 30 degrees only. That you have to maintain. Then working in good postures. So I told starting onwards that backbone should be straight always. You have to maintain. For that one, you have to use the adjustable height tables, so adjustable chairs, and adjustable hanging workstations. So you can do. And always see that your items to be stored in the power zone. What is the power zone means? There is a height between the knee as well as the elbow. So you have to store the items in between that level only you have to store. One here a simple improvement I mentioned here. Instead of bending that one, you can tilt your workstation itself. You can take whatever you want. This is a lift or tilter. Then how to reduce the excessive forces for completing the task? Same everybody knows that instead of pulling that any job, you can push easily. That can do and provide the wheels for easily can move and floor is clean means easily can pull the push the job. And one more thing, previous also I told instead of going for manual material handling as much as possible, you can go to mechanical material handling process to avoid the excess force applied by the employees. Then for the fifth one is minimizing the fatigue. Minimizing the fatigue by same thing, overloading of the human capabilities for performing the job. Instead of going for the manual, you can go to material handling. And here down I given a simple thing, improvement. Instead of lifting the box, throughout the box with the two hands, you can provide the hand holds. You can provide the hand holds easily. You can lift without any external force with the comfortably. Such type of things you can implement also. And reduce the excessive repetition. Same thing. In order to use the manual screwdriver to the tightening of the screw, you can use the drilling machine. Now automatic drilling machine came. Easily you can tighten. That you can reduce the repetitive works. And change the layout equipment to eliminate the motions. So mostly you can change the layout. You are using the standard bench. You can use the wheels with that one. You can move anywhere wherever you want. Instead of avoiding the movement of the employee, you can move that table itself. Then now provide this is also a main important. Why means most of the things congested spaces will be there. For example, two pictures. In one picture, the table itself always rubbing with the thigh of the employee. So it will get the injury to that person. Second thing, if that person is not able to get out of from the seat itself, this type of things also will create the disorder to the employees. Then minimize the contact stresses. So I told now in the edge of the table, always pressing the soft tissues. So for to avoid that things only, nowadays they are introducing even in the ballpoint pen also they are providing the gripper to avoid the contact pressure to the fingers. And to provide the handle for this cutting pair, all those things. These are things for reducing the direct contact stress to the fingers, hands, arms like that. You have to introduce it. Then provide mobility and a change of posture. So even a great posture or a good posture for doing the long without break means it also will create the disorder for the employee body. So for that one, even you have to adopt a good posture also, you have to give breaks in between. Then only you can recover the body posture. Then always you have to maintain the don't have always sitting workstations or standing position. So alternatively you can do the sitting workstations. So sometimes you have to stand and do the work. Both things you have to balance it. And same thing, micro breaks concept should be maintained. Always you have to give some breaks. Then 10th one is maintaining a comfortable environment. So whatever things you are providing also, if environment is not comfortable means people will get annoyed and will get irritation, they will expose to these disorders. You have to provide the proper lighting and the temperature humidity should be maintained and it should not have a high noise and it should not have a vibrations. So all those things you have to maintain the working environment. And these are things we did. What is the benefit by these means? First thing is it will reduce the cost by avoiding the people are exposure to the injuries. Then improve the productivity. Why means it will reduce the absenteeism. Then improve the productivity and the quality of the quality of the work also it will improve. And the employee engagement also it will improve. Mainly that the safety culture will improve by providing all the required things. Then the discomfort also it will reduce the discomfort and fatigue. and finally overall the quality of life of the employee will be improved. And finally, coming to the ergonomics usage of smartphone. Nowadays, everyone is using the smartphone. For example, starting in 0 degrees, he is maintaining his force will be 10 to 12. But he is going for bending his neck up to 60 degrees, means it will change to 6 levels to the 60 lb. This some of the postures should be adapted. This is the wrong posture and the right postures while using the smartphone. Then ergonomics in usage of computer also. So always I'm telling head angle should be maintained up to 30 degrees only. You cannot exceed the more than 30 degrees. That is the head angle. Then what is the fine mantras means? You have to follow this ergonomic principles. Then take enough rest. Then eat well and do minimum exercises. Thank you, sir. Any doubt is there? You can ask, sir. Kevin?
Participants, you can ask questions or clarification from the speaker. Any of your doubts you can clarify now.
We request the participants to ask your queries, clarifications.
I think the two things maybe happened. One is they understood. They are not understood anything.
No.
Governor,
There is one chat.
This is my
In the chat,
presentation,
one of our friends has asked to share. He has asked us to share behavior-based safety.
Behavior-based
He is asking to share some details about behavior-based safety. Mr. Ishwaran Tangavel.
Okay, sir. That's why that is a different topic. Behavior-based safety mainly focus on the safety culture. And this is different topic. But if you want, I can share separately, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. First,
I will. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. For Kevin, I have to tell thanks. First thing.
Excellent presentation you did today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. First, Kevin, thank you very much, Kevin, for giving this opportunity. And also, I thank you participants for 1 hour. They patiently listened to my voice and what I did. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. Kevin and Mr. Kovana.
Yes, sir.
For your information, many industrial people and northern state people also joined. And one Mr. Arul Chelvan of high energy batteries, Mathur also joined today's program.
Yes, sir. Thank
Arul
you, sir.
Chelvan, sir, thank you very much for participating in our today's program, Mr. Arul Chelvan.
And we have some more chat box messages.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Krishnan has told that people often feel discomfort to use PPP. So why is it so? Why can't we design PPE in such a way to avoid this discomfort?
Yeah, nowadays, that's why I'm telling you. Nowadays, very variety of PPEs came with more comfort. Maybe, for example, I'll give you one simple example. While doing welding operations, so previously we were having a metal head shield and face shield. Now this 3M, they developed one head shield with the plastic one with more comfort and automatically it will change the shade also. So nowadays, even simple thing, you can go to safety shoe. Previously, safety shoe weight is 1100 grams, one pair of safety shoe. Now even 700 grams also safety shoes are there. So based on the brand, based on that one, that comfortness are now improved a lot. But more finally, anything, even using this what is the glasses also, it will get some discount. But at aim of having safety, you have to take some discomfort. But at most, safety is more than the any other thing. That's why nowadays improved a lot. compared to previously within 4 or 5 years, lot of things came, new things which are more comfortable things. But you have to use no other way if you want to safety. Okay, sir.
And Mr. Gopalakrishna has told that useful points are told and more on
Yes.
ergonomics.
Yes,
The
yes,
Professor Dr. Karsu has told that presentation is very much useful, very much technical and enjoyable. He is
Thank
also
you, sir.
thanking the speaker. So I think
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
there are no further questions. Let us move on to the next agenda.
Yes.
Next agenda is announcement of next week topic.
Yes.
So next week topic is reframe yourself. It will be on 30th August 2022, Tuesday, from 5:30 onwards. And the speaker is Dr. Shankar Goenka. He is a chief architect and managing director, author, coach, and TEDx speaker. He is having a company called Wow Factors India Private Limited, Faridabad, Haryana. I request all of you to attend this program, and I also humbly request everyone to invite your friends, colleagues, and all known persons for attending this program. Thank you, and let us move on to the next agenda. Vote of thanks. So, good evening to all again. It's a privilege to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Trichirappalli Local Center, and I thank our today's speaker, Dr. Guru Gopanna, Manager Safety Department, Bharat Electricals Limited, Trichy, for delivering a wonderful lecture on workplace safety and ergonomics. So all the presentations were useful, and we have used some pictures and photographs which make everyone to understand in a much better manner. So I thank for your efforts and time you have taken towards preparing this lecture program and making it useful for the members and other participants of today's program. I thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation also. I also thank our past chairman, Dr. S. Karpasamy sir, for presiding over this program. I thank all the dignitaries and all the members, participants were from various parts of India and attending this program. I also thank our associate partners, Indian Welding Society, Indian Institute of Metals, INST, Computer Society of India, Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, IIW, for co-sponsoring this program. And I thank our members and audience of various associations who have participated today. I thank one and all once again. Thank you very much. So it's wonderful to be present here. So with the permission of everyone, I would like to conclude this lecture program. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin, once again for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Mr. Gopanna, we had a very excellent presentation after a very long time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for
I
giving this
also
opportunity, sir.
informed our M. Thiruvalluvar. I thought he will join. He has not joined somehow.
Yeah, they are great people, sir. With them, their advices only.
I forwarded the WhatsApp.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice of you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you, Mr. Anuchaludan, sir, for
thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
joining today.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining.